Hello, this is Pretend. On the 21st of September, we went down to London. We were here in London anyway. Hello, this is Pretend. On the 21st of September, we went to the first climate strike and we're talking to Music Declares Emergency. We've got interviews with Faye from Savages coming up, with Theo from Wolf Alice, and a whole other range of people who are part of that movement, trying to make the arts a little bit more sustainable.
I'm a musician and I also am one of the founders of Music Declares Emergency, which we started sort of as a response to the music industry not really quite being involved yet in the climate movement, and a lot of people sort of wanting to get involved but also feeling like the industry is so filthy and polluting that it felt like a difficult thing to combine. So we started this to kind of try to bridge that gap, get the industry to go a bit greener. So we started 4 months ago, so Music Declares Emergency is really new. So the first thing that we're doing is just to turn towards the problem, get people to admit that there's a problem. It's a bit like sort of there's a problem in your own life, you have to admit it first. So getting the music industry together to say, look, there is a problem. And then we're starting to have meetings, starting on the 30th of September. We're getting together, loads of people from the industry, to just start discussing solutions. The police are here. I've been trying to protest this issue for ages, and it literally coming out of the tube station, it gave me chills to see so many people, because in the last sort of 10 years it's really been quite thin on the ground, and it should have been this a long time ago, but it's good that it's now, it's good that suddenly there's this sort of ground shift of people being involved in the climate movement.
My name's Hal and I work with musicdeclares.net. We've got a website and on there there's things like Green Rider, where music artists can send to their music venues how to cut down on single-use plastics and make sure that they're doing the right thing, how to get fans to concerts using shared transport instead of individual cars. There's a whole lot of information for record labels, artists and everyone in the music industry. Rebellion is a little bit illegal, and so Renegade, a lot of the big corporates can't openly support them. So musicdeclares.net is a little bit more of a soft touch. We've got Warner International signed up, Beggars Records, Ninja Tune, a whole list of amazing people. Radiohead are on board.
I'm Fabia Jones-Russell and I am the office manager at Turks, which is an independent record label. We're based in London Fields in Hackney. We are out on the streets supporting Music Declares Emergency, which is kind of going along with the students who are striking every Friday, offering our support, making sure that they know that we're aware of them, we're supporting them, and we're trying to get our voices heard too. We try and go as paperless as possible. The paper we use is recyclable. We're trying to offset our carbon emissions. Obviously we fly quite a lot with our job, and we're trying to offset our carbon emissions, making sure that's kind of minimised as much as possible. The founder himself is taking the train more, across Europe rather than flying. So we're doing bits that we can along the way, yeah.
My name's Alison Chicau and I'm the director and founder of Julie's Bicycle. Julie's Bicycle was set up well over a decade ago to work very closely with our creative, particularly arts, culture, our theatres, our music industry, our venues, our galleries, our museums, to really understand what does taking climate action look like and get on and do it. There is no issue that is more important to everybody on this planet right now than climate change. It beats everything by by a factor of I don't know how many. So it's really important that we can say to our politicians, to civil society, and to others who are really fighting to put climate change first, front and foremost into our thinking, that actually it matters. It matters so deeply to all of us, and we need to act now. What's been terrific about the last, I'd say, year really, is that a spark which was ignited, I think, by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change report last October, which gave us a sort of 10 years to turn everything round. It's had a terrific effect of gradually just giving people the opportunity to really start to think, well, what does that really mean? And it's this huge whoosh of energy that we're seeing has it's really unleashed something very special, and led by people who, from all walks of life, all ages, all cultures, and it's terrific. It's really terrific.
My name's Theo and I play in a band called Wolf Alice.
Why are you out here today?
Well, just because it's a very inspiring protest that affects the whole of the world, and it's amazing to see so many kids, especially the kids who are striking from school. I think that's very inspiring. What we've done as Wolf Alice, I mean, I suppose what we can do is start to spread more awareness. Potentially when we go out and tour next, try and limit our carbon emissions and assess the way that we do things. I don't know, I'm very much learning as I go. I think like most people, I would have come out on this protest a year ago, but at the same time, I feel like it's still very, I don't know. The main thing that inspired me is seeing like you little kids coming out and doing stuff like that.
So you've just watched a load of interviews that we've got at the protest, but we wanted to see what people were practically doing. So Becca and I had heard about this party that was going on at Bussey Building. It's called Tail and Swift, and it's run by two guys called Hardy and Billy, and we wanted to talk about them and what they do as the UK's first single-use plastic-free party, and how they got into that stage of life.
We are Tail and Twist, and we throw the UK's first single-use plastic-free party. We had a pretty successful party going on, and in terms of expansion and wanting to do a bit more, we looked around at what was possible. Our parties are seeing on an average like 400 to 500 people, and the mess at the end of the night was just something that it got to the point where we couldn't really just look beyond it anymore. So we started to look at what we could do to make a change.
When it came to the point where me and Billy were just looking at what was happening and thinking to ourselves, that's not nice. We've left people with unbelievable emotions and like joy as they leave this club due to the music we're playing and due to the DJs who are there. But we've also left a massive mess. And it was like, how can we tackle that? And we started using compostable cups, and then we moved on to the reusable steel ones. And as we've learned more, we've learned how to dispose the compostable cups correctly. So we're looking at how that can work for different people. And it's a long process, and there's lots of solutions. And we're doing what we can, and it's great. We're loving it. The whole point of today's strike was kids saying to adults, come and support us. And there's nothing better than when you're under 18 and an adult comes over to you and says, what you're doing is amazing.
These cups and holders are ours entirely. We bring them everywhere we go, from venue to venue. It's trying to get a venue to see into our vision, which is becoming easier and easier as it's going on, but going to a venue and telling them to stop operating the way they're operating and to use our reusable cup system can be tasking, because one, people don't like change, and two, essentially a venue's bread and butter is their alcohol sales, and they wouldn't want anything to affect it or to slow that down, where a reusable cup system may
What we
do
have
that.
evidence of is that this is actually a very good way to boost bar sales. If you come in with a cup, where are you going? You're going to the bar. These are mobile, we're promoters, we take them to different venues, and that makes it easy for us to deal with them. But we know that not every venue will want to have to deal with thousands of these, continuously washing them, etc., etc. So we work out different solutions for different venues.
This works for us as we're mobile, but for example, the system Mobile Space just implemented, they're using compostables, but they're one of a few people to dispose of them properly. And again, so it's not just one right way, there's plenty different scenarios that can work for different venues.
Obviously, all clubs pretty much use single-use plastic cups, and there's a reason for that. It's because one single way of doing things makes it easier for everyone, supplier, venue, even party goer sometimes, because people do go a bit, a change, you know what I mean? So what we are looking at, there is solutions that are coming our way. Whilst we're looking at lots of different ways at the moment, there are solutions coming our way that can replace the single-use plastic cup, and they are coming, and to be honest, the non-profits who we're working with are bringing in amazing technologies. I mean, in the next couple of years, we believe that single-use plastic cups will be a thing of the past. We won't see them in nightclubs.
Thank you for watching all of the way to the end. It's really appreciated. If you want to see more of what we do, our website's www.pretendonline.co.uk, and make sure you find us on all the socials. And remember, if there's anyone who you want to feature, if there's someone you think we're missing out on, just drop a comment below and we'll try and get through to them.